Hi there, and welcome to your interview. Congratulations on making it to this step. In a few moments, we'll walk you through setting up your webcam, microphone, and recording a practice video. From there, you'll answer interview questions on video. So take a deep breath, relax, and be yourself. You're going to do great. Before you start, let's take a quick tour so that you're ready to nail this interview. First, you'll begin by setting up your camera and microphone. Make sure you give your internet browser permission to access these features. Select the camera and microphone that will give you the best recording quality. We recommend using headphones so that you don't get any feedback in the microphone. Once your devices are set up, you are ready to enter the interview and begin your practice question. You have the option to skip the practice question, but we strongly encourage you to complete the test recording to make sure your devices are recording properly and to get familiar with the process. After you're done practicing, you can proceed to the first question of your interview. You'll see a screen with all the information about each question. It shows the date time, how long you'll have to read a question, and think about your answer before recording response. You'll also see takes. This describes how many times you can retake an answer if you're not satisfied with your first attempt. And you'll also see the timeline, which is how long your answer will be. I'm about to do the interview through camera for UF. Once you have begun a question, do not close your browser or navigate away from the interview. This will cause you to submit a blank answer for this question. I'm gonna call you back after I'm done. If you close the browser between questions, we'll bring you back to where you left off when you return. You'll see a timer at the top of your screen if there's a limited amount of think time. But you can hit ready to record as soon as you're ready to start. The 3, 2, 1 countdown will lead you in, and then you will start recording. You can record the full time limit, or you can hit stop on the screen if you have finished answering before the time limit. How am I gonna do that though? You can review and submit your answer, and if there's a they're gonna be recording my face, so I can't really. Only hit the skip button if you don't have an answer for the question, or are truly unsatisfied with your response. Your interviewer may penalize you for skipping a question. Once you complete each interview question and submit your final response, you're all done. Receive a notification to let them know you've completed the one-way interview. Be able to review your answers. All right, let me call you back. Let me do this. I love you. Yeah. Don't worry, just be yourself. Great luck. Hey Ed, you're back. Please tell us your related education knowledge and work experience and how you believe they align with the role of law enforcement officer for UFPD. Um, well, I'm currently a correctional officer for. Hold on, is it recording? Please tell us about your related education knowledge and work experience, how you believe they align with the role of law enforcement officer for UFPD.
Well, my role as a correctional officer, sergeant, um, it aligns with the role of a UFPD officer due to the fact that I already deal with people, different types. I've been in a male prison and a female prison, so I know how to deal with both, genders. Um, I know that I know what actions to take. I can take quick action if needed. Um, I know how to de-escalate. I've been taught de-escalation, um, and just how to deal with people, and show respect, get respect back. Um, and I'm a good teacher. I deal with a lot of officers every day that I have to train on a daily, and I know how to take orders. If I'm told to do something, do it without a question, without a doubt. And I also know how to give order as well, which is something I have to do every day. My current job as a correctional officer sergeant. I know how to do paperwork. Paperwork, if it's something that's a major thing in UFPD, then I'm very good with paperwork. My grammar is good grammar, and that's about it. I mean, I have way more skills. I'm bilingual, speak two languages, Spanish, English, understand a couple of other languages. Um, and yeah, thank you. So the definition between physical courage is basically when you're willing to put yourself at danger. Um, like for instance, if there's a disorderly inmate and you know you're gonna get hurt, there's a possibility of you getting hurt, but you still get, have the courage to step in and you know, deal with the situation and without even thinking of it. You just, well, you think it through, what's the best outcome or best possible way to handle it, and you step into it. Moral courage is basically when you have the strength to stand up for something that you know is the right thing, but it's not like it's not what everybody else feels. It's just, it's the right thing, even though nobody else feels that is the right thing. And, you still you still go with what your gut tells you and what's the right thing. That's basically the difference between moral courage. And I'd say that's important due to the fact um moral courage basically shows how honest a person can be, in the workplace, and that he's trustworthy, that he won't do any harm or wrong to any staff member or anybody out in the streets. He's willing to make the best decision for people out there. And what was it? Physical courage is just, he also he's willing to step into the field knowing that there's danger ahead and that it's a possibility he can get hurt, but he's still willing to do it to save lives, to protect lives, and that's about it. Okay. An example of when I use good judgment and logic in a situation would be I mean I have to use that quite a while at the prison because you know female inmates basically they'll try to manipulate officers to to get what they want. So basically I've had inmates come up to me tell me that another inmate, I don't know, she's probably having a seizure, something like that, and but it's just to basically distract. So I wouldn't go straight to what the inmate's telling me. I'll I'll call in for help. I won't call it over the radio just yet. I'll call a near female officer because male officers dealing with a female inmate is different than dealing with a male inmate. So I have to call for female help. That'll be my first step. I call for female help so I can actually assess the inmate properly. Because it could be it could be a setup. It could be they're trying to distract me to do something else. So I'll get the female officer to be en route to me. Then I'll from if I could see the inmate from from a distance from where I am, I will I would take a visual. I'll make a visual inspection of what's going on. I'll clear out, make sure all the inmates, if there's a excessive amount of inmates, I'll tell them to leave and clear the area so I can see and inspect the area more and make sure that the inmate is actually having a seizure and not just faking it to distract me or anything. I had that happen to me about 2 weeks ago, and coming to find out, the inmate she was not seasoned. She was passed out. Um, and yeah, I basically saved her life because my quick actions to getting a female officer to come help me, and then calling the original. Once I realized that she was passed out really bad, I called in the emergency radio traffic on the radio. Had extra help come, and then we had another emergency traffic. So the nurses assisted my inmate to go, and then they had to leave to go assist another one. So it ended up leaving me the task to taking the inmate. She was a really big woman. I had to take her to the infirmary and basically saving her life because if I wouldn't have acted quickly, it could have been really bad. But yeah, I feel like that, that. Well, I am currently. I've said it a couple of times in the past answers to these questions. I'm currently a correctional officer sergeant, so writing and verbal, it's like probably the most important thing about my job besides custody, care, and control, which is what we do, to help out the inmates and stuff. But writing and verbal is major. We do a lot of paperwork, especially when there's something wrong with an inmate or there's a fight. We have to write DRs, which is um the disciplinary report. We have to write CCs as well for just minor violations, which is corrective consultation. So I'm having a brain freeze right now. Um, so yeah, we write a lot of reports daily. What else? We giving orders to the inmates, uh, teaching our other new officers when they come into the job. You have to be a good teacher, a good leader. and that's basically why it's important and how I, yeah. I mean, my job requires a lot of that. It's really hard to not give an example. You know, I write DRs probably once or twice a month, and they have to be well written, like punctuation. The name of the inmate has to be correct because they'll get kicked back, and basically I've wasted my time. Same thing for CCs. All the information in there has to be correct, spelling, and yeah, so forth and so on. Yeah, about it. I am currently writing for about my job about stuff, but writing is a lot of things. So, well, I don't know how to answer this question. It's tough because as a correctional officer and I was in a male prison before for a year and 3 months, year and 6 months, something like that, some change. And then I've been in a female prison for it'll be a year next month. So it's kind of tough because the basically they implant in your head that you're not a which I wouldn't anyways because they're inmates, they've done bad, but they tell you inmates not your friends and this and that. So you can't really have sympathy for them. You can have empathy, you can feel what they're going through, but you can't. There's you don't sit there and try to uh make friends with them. But I would say like maybe for an officer, like a new officer that have been training, um, I've had officers that have felt that other sergeants don't care about them, and I've told them like you just gotta be yourself. Don't worry about what nobody else thinks. Because I'm like a very I'm big on equality. I don't like see anybody better than anybody. It's all a fair game, honestly. Like I should be treated the same as a black male would or a white male would or an Asian man would. I don't feel like I should get any benefits for being a Hispanic male or anything like that. But yeah, I treat everybody the same. Inmates obviously that's a little different. I treat them with respect, so I earn my so I like for me to get the same respect back, so I treat them with respect. Um, Now if I get disrespected, I do raise my voice a little bit, but just so they can know who's in charge, because they're gonna test it. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm equal to everybody. I don't treat nobody different. I give everybody the fair, opportunity to show me that they're a good person. Now, if you do me wrong, then you're just marked down in my books, and then I won't trust you the same. But yeah, that's about it. Van.
Yeah.
With the rah-rah-ree. What's up, bro?
Nothing much. I'm about to eat my food.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like my answers was pretty good, bro. I only used Copilot for one question. Everything else was pretty good. Yeah, bro. I was trying to go to the gym, but that I didn't think it was gonna take that long. I won't have. I mean, I'm still gonna go to the gym because I'm gonna go to work early to go to the gym, and then I might go to the gym later on tonight. But I was also thinking about doing some overtime tonight again, so I could have 3 days in.
Yeah.
It's tough, bro. It's
Let me know how
tough. All right, nigga, don't talk to me, nigga.
I love you.
I love you.
You may call me Indigo One. I am of the Indigo tribe, and I am here to help. We have little time. Zamaron is in danger, as is all life. We must cleanse Zamaron and get to the power battery now. The Black has returned to the living universe and is corrupting the cores from within. The light of compassion can cleanse this corruption.
Cause of mayhem, I can say these demons got down. When I gaze on her eyes, I awaken. Look in the mirror and say I hate him. Cause I gave my heart to a party girl. Yeah, I gave my heart to a party girl. Yeah, I gave my heart to a party girl. Yeah, I gave my heart to a party girl. Driving on the cause of mayhem. I can say these demons got down. When I gaze in her eyes, I awake 'em. Look in the mirror and say I hate him. Cause I gave my heart to a party girl.
I will cleanse the corruption.
Drugs, she love them drugs. She never call back. She ain't home. She never get fucked. And then I fucked up when I fell in love. Hope I keep it poking. And feel nothing. In a Range Rover, you gone, I just answered questions. Yeah. To a party girl. Yeah, I gave my heart to a party girl. Yeah, I gave my heart to a party girl. Drugs. She loved on drugs. She never called back. She ain't home.
The corruption has been halted.
That's a